And please mind you, before you speak to the mother, you have to speak through the language to the mother, and you have to be on your feet as a sign of respect to the mother.
Mother, good afternoon. My name is Tony. I come seeking knowledge of my origin.
I think you spoke for yourself, because you spoke for yourself only, but you were supposed to speak for the entire family. Nana, send you in that and your number by and yet at the Flubia. Okodi or be my son, and then Nana come on some levy into a buy. Say, I want to see. I have like a within and about 1 year with you another castle. No, with dear, a while I can, and it's in a onion, I buy it. You want more her, and now will be a name will be a dish yet, number fee. So, I'll once again. I'm going to teach you for the last time. If you get it wrong, the next time I'm going to find it. Are you good? You just want by saying, yeah, that's it. That's a group. But if it's only you, then that's it. But it's a group, so yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Nó phải xài nó phải dịch nó nằm đi nha những cái e ra nó là chết cái điều cũng phải có sự nhà chuyện lại nên sao nhiều năm điên ra đó chuyện là cũng nói gì trên rồi mà nó bút giá và một giá cái áp trên nó rất nhiều.
So from the camera animal I you see when you see an animal is simply the camera or by animal is still the camera level. Nine also seeing that a very good welcome back. This happens to be our family house. It is the family house for me and you that we are sitting here. We are all one people. You only find yourself out there because of slavery. But our ancestors made a way which I am under captivity. They made a way that definitely they are going, but they will return back to us, if not in their image, in a different image. And also, their descendants are surely going to return back home, unveil their name, to be free from slavery. Because the name that you are carrying now, they are seen as slaves' names. Once you have the ancestors' name, that means that you are now free from slavery, which you are no more under slavery. So as you find yourself here, feel welcome, feel at peace, don't be panicked. No one is going to chase you out because you are under the shelter of your mother, which is your grandmother, and she's going to protect you anytime and anywhere by the guidance of the ancestors. So welcome back home once again. Yeah, we have different tribes here in Ghana, and they have their way of naming their child. But in the Akans, we have a unique way which we perform our naming ceremony. So after the birth of a child, it takes about a week, 2 weeks, a month, maximum 2 months after the delivery, which the father and mother comes to agreement and fix between this day and inform the people, the friends, and the people living in the neighborhood to come around on that fixed date, which the grandmother usually takes charge, or another person takes charge of the program. And the person who is taking charge receives the child on the hand. We use 2 things in performing our naming ceremony. At first, we weren't having anything like a disposable cup or a plastic cup. The only things that we were using to take in water or to take any solid substance is this. Sorry, liquid substance. Is this calabash. These were the cups that we were using to do anything. So if it was to be the olden day, we would send someone. We have the bigger ones which we use to fetch water from the streams and rivers. We will send someone to go out there and fetch water from the riverside, which is close to us, and we will just fetch some from it and put it in this. We use water and alcohol in performing our naming ceremony here in our tribe. This is because the water that we serve first symbolizes life in the child, and also the alcohol is to tell the child that the what that they are coming to face is not as easy as they may think. So what they are coming to face, they should be strong and stand against everything. And these 2 things combined together is to tell the child to know the difference between truth and lies, good and bad, and yes and no. So always, as a child, you always have the difference between these things from the earlier stage, because water and alcohol have the same color, but they have different tastes. That should tell you that you may see something which is false, and you may assume that it is true. it means that you have to be firm on the decision that you do take. And once after doing that, if it was to be a child, the queen mother will first dip a hand into the water that she will first pour into the calabash, dip a hand into it and put it on the head of the child 3 times, reciting the child's name. But for your situation, she cannot carry you on the hand. If she tries that, she's rather going to fall down or experience a back pain after carrying you, or you are rather going to carry the queen mother, which is not supposed to be done that way. So you'll be served with a disposable cup, which the same right as we do to the kids. But for your situation, upon 3 directives, for the first directive, you take a sip, the second directive, you take another sip, and the third directive, you take everything or you drink. I know why I'm saying sip and drink because in our side, we don't have any distinction that difference between sip and drink. When you say sip, like everything, and you realize they are not. So you have to sip for the first directive, second directive, you take another sip, and the third directive, you drink everything. And after that is being done, for your situation of certificate will be presented to you, bearing your ancestral's name. The name that you'll be having, it has 2 folds. You have your first name and your surname. Your first names are based on the day that you will be born on. So the moment you come to born on that day, you have your first name. Then the surname, they are the names of our ancestors, whom by slavery and other things got lost, and also some died, and others also managed to escape settle on no man's land. Now we did a census after their captivity, and we collected all these names and kept them in our shrines, which we are renaming it upon ourselves for them to for we to have the belief that they are still in existence and they are with us throughout our stay. So that is why we find our names. And these names, it can only be given to you after the queen mother visit the shrine, which their names have been kept there, pour libation to them, that is a prayer to them. Then they will reveal a name which suits your character, because we see them to be spirits that they are found around us always. So they know your character because they send you to come back home to meet your ancestors and to meet your elders. So they know your character, then they will come up with a surname that will fit your character. After that, if it was to be a child, they will place them for an offering. Any money that they will get after the offering, some put in gold, some put in any precious gift to, we say we are sowing the seed for the child. It's not used by any parents. After the offering, they keep that money safe. When the child grows up and wants to start up a business, that is a source of capital for the child to start up anything, because it has a lot of blessing in them. And after that too, a prayer will be said, we make merry, we take photograph moments, then we pray to the ancestors to thank them, then we go and continue our life activity. So that's how we perform our naming ceremony here in the Akan tribe. So to this point, if you have any question, or if you have read or done a research about our tradition that it is baffling your mind, or you want to know more insight about it, you have the time to ask the queen mother. So at this moment, if you have any question, you can be on your feet and ask your question to the queen mother, which she needs to answer you as how it is supposed to be answered. So if you want to ask, feel free and stand.
No, so before we speak, you have to stand.
So if you want, because you are a group, if you want to stand, if you want to speak, just show by hand, then I point to, because it may be that you want to speak, she also wants to speak, and to be like a crash. So
if the slave trade happens everywhere, how do you all know what name to give when we're just coming back to Ghana and we're not coming back from other areas where we were taken from?
thank you very much. Have your seats. Nana, then you have a Mr. Nito. Now, as I said, I say, as we are an employer, you would say, a baby to be done. A pussy, and if I say, you see, you more on my. Now, every man says, he said, or more koi, any this year, and then I say, this out. Definitely, we have our ancestors' name, and whenever a name is being mentioned, we have a root that it is coming from. So once I stand there and mention Nana Adwo Wusua, I know she's the queen mother for the Ekona people of Asendaman. So whenever I mention that name, I know that this is tracing back to these people. So this is the generation from these people coming. So always we know our people and we know their root. Once we discover how and when they left us, we will know that where they were and where they have their descendants there. And once we come back, we know it is our people whom have come back to us, because you cannot just be up and say that I'm visiting a place without knowing anything about it. Unless they direct you that come to this place, because this is my root, this is my motherland, this is where my people are. That is where you find yourself that having your renaming ceremony here. You can choose any other tribe, but you feel like going with the Akan tribe because you feel it within yourself that you belong to the Akan people. That is why you find yourself in front of the Queen Mother for the Ekwana family. In Akan, we have 8 different clans, and this happens to be the clan or the palace of the Ekwana people in the Ascenda, man. And this happens to be our Queen Mother for the family.
That's the Queen Mother.
Akaba. Have your seat. But it's not me who gave you that. So that is where she got the question that I asked wrong. And it's trying to tell you that in life we don't perceive. Once you are being served with something, it's either you have a taste of it or you have a smell of it. That is where you can know that. You know. So always be firm on your decision that you take in life. Now you take a sip. And you take another sip. I can see you are relaxing. Now you take everything. Relax. Come on, don't force it. Yes, wait. How does it taste? How does it taste? How does the alcohol taste?
Neither.
Does it pain?
How does it burn?
Does it pain? This is 100% undiluted.
Basically, you guys already have this.
Being served with water and also alcohol. Among these two, which one do you believe gives life? Okay, you said?
Water gives life.
Thank you for getting it correct. May God bless you. Water is very essential to every human being in this world because it's made up about 70% of our human body. That is why if someone is feeling dizzy and needs sent to the hospital, the first thing that they do that they give a drip, then after the necessary treatment follows. So from this day, may the ancestors and the good God provide you with more life and more strength. At this moment, whatever the Commander says to you is a blessing in your life, so accept it by faith. May the ancestors bless you with more knowledge and wisdom as you are having your life out there. Because without knowledge and wisdom, you will not be able to manage anything that comes away. So from this day, the energies, the strength, the courage, every good thing that our ancestors were possessing, that you were able to survive under captivity, may you possess all these things from this day onwards. Yeah. So may the ancestors and the good Lord bless every work that your partners are into. If you are here and you are not married, if you need a husband, may the ancestors bless you with a husband who is going to cherish you, adore you, support you, and make you the woman that you want to be. Don't worry, we have a lot here. I have my brother here. Just come to me and tell me who you want. I've seen one person that. We see to be that they are the old or the grandfathers of all of us. That is why they were being welcomed in a grand style to celebrate their moment. So this moment is especially for you to celebrate the moment of coming back to your ancestors and also celebrating the life that you have today and the life that you've lived, how you've lived on this earth. So this moment is very special to you and it was only meant for only you. Okay. You were born on Friday, so you have your name to be Kofi. And one thing about I like about your name is that your name comes with its I don't know it's an yeah. It comes with its accolades, like a praise that we usually give to these names. So you are born, your name is Eduche Bafo. So your name is Kofi Eduche Bafo. Kofi Eduche Bafo. Oh, wow. Excellent. And you know something? I'm not surprised. Although you may see him to be weak, but he's not weak. Spiritually, his act or his character is attributed to someone born with a strong and resilient personality. So I'm not surprised you can walk, you can do everything. Within you, I can see the strong spirit that you have in you. That is who you are. So your name is attributed to someone who is born strong and resilient personality. So your name will be Eduche Bafo. And to you, the wife, you were born on Monday. The commander is also born on Monday. So you have your day born twin sister. Don't worry. And your surname happens to be Abrefi Koto. Koto. So your name is Ajua Abrefi Koto. Ajua Abrefi Koto. Ajua Abrefi Koto. And Abrefi Koto is attributed to someone who is born powerful and complete. Are you good? Are you good? So I'm going to hand this to you and this to you. Perfect. So I'm going to ask you your name. Once you mention your name, you are going to go on in 3 times. Once you mention it, bring it up, down for 3 times. Are you good? Relax. So I'm going to use the local dialect to ask you your name, which goes like your friend was saying. That means what is your name? Your friend was saying Kofi Eduche Bafo. 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 You bring it up, down, bring it up, down, up, and down. And what is your name again? Kofi Eduche Bafo. Select. Now to you, your friend will say, what is your name? Ajua Abrefi Koto. Abrefi Koto. Your friend will say, Ajua Abrefi Koto. Your friend will say, Ajua Abrefi Koto. So we are going this week. Your friend will say, Ajua Abrefi Koto. You bring it up, down, up, down, up, and down.
That's your mama.
Please can you face this round? Yes, that's smile. Daddy, can you face it? Yes.
Are you good? Are you good?
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Almost is out of
Okay, so we go. Your friend will say,
perfect.
so you go down, up, down, up, down. Your friend will say. Can we have it?
Okay, so we take some pictures.
I want to make my sister be the last person, so I'm You were born on Friday, so that's your brother. So right after, you see me. And Friday you are called Kofi. And your surname is Dapa Ampem. Dapa Ampem. So you are called Kofi Dapa Ampem. Kofi Dapa Ampem. Kofi Dapa Ampem.
Kofi Daka Ampem.
Dapa
Dakwa
Ampem. Ampem.
Pem. Kofi Aqua.
Dapa
Dakwa
Ampem.
Do you
Are you sure that name was? So if it's you are not lying to us, then the name still remains Kofi Dapa Ampem. Now to my sister, you were born on Monday, so you are called Ajwa. The commander is also called Ajwa. So your sisters here. And your surname is Apia Kubi. Apia Kubi.
Kubi.
So your name is Ajwa Apia Kubi.
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 Ajwa
And
Apia.
Apia Kubi is attributed to someone born as a smart and ambitious person. Is that true? You're smart. You're not ambitious. Don't worry, you can have that character. So just relax. Just keep on meditating to the ancestors. You're going to see their character.
Okay.
So now I'm going to ask you your name. No. Now, what is your name?
Kofi Dakwa Ampem.
Bring it up, down, up, down, up, and down. Your friend will say,
Kofi Dakwa Ampem.
Piao. Now to you, my sister here.
Adwa Apia Kubi.
Your friend will say, what is your
Adwa
name?
Apia Kubi.
Bring it up, down, up, down, up, down. Your friend will say, that's what's your name.
Adwa Apia Kubi.
Piao.
You were born, right?
Yes.
What day? What day were you born? What day were you born? Oh, I love Fridays. What day were you born?
Wednesday.
And what day were you born?
Best day of the week, Friday.
I love that. So you see, you don't
Friday is not the best day, please.
you don't just say Friday is the best day of the week if you cannot prove it. So we're going to have a song, and each of you is going to dance based on the day you were born. So if the Fridays carry the day, that is what they can say we are the best. And this is how the song goes like. You're going to sing with me 2 times. So I'm going to use Monday to rehearse the song. So this is how the song goes. If you are born on Monday, stand up, let's dance. Wait, 2 times, let's go. If you are born on, no, sing after me. If you are born on Monday, stand up, let's dance. If you are born on Monday, stand up, let's dance. Then I continue, so I say, la la la, la la, la la la. Let's go. La la la, la la, la la la. La la la, la la, la la la. La la, la.
Of the ceremony. Attention please, attention please. So we've come to the end of the ceremony. So this is where we say a prayer to the Most High, then we come to an end. So we are going to conclude with a prayer. Then after we go out there, we go back and have ourselves changed. And if you want to have a photograph section with the grandmother too, you have the moment to take all that, and that is it. Boss, it's really waiting for. So as you can see, if you look down there, we have a mini market there, which comprises of most of our items here being, these things were being sponsored by the Queen Mother. We are praying.
Wow, to me, I didn't know, that was say, a real so. You are yet on tomorrow can full show the income. Papa, the high fair, the Amaya, and I did when the party out to me. Never said, Media see a frail by a boy of a kind of one. Media can read, not see a mount. That was seeing some that. The giant show and sack. A yoga would be like so said, you want kind when the bamboo for when you enter with enough for. Teacher, that I look at and show and Sabine, and however, I don't know what to do. With them, I am you. Yes, also, you will go dorsal. What will be say? Tell me, not for Muko. No more to Nasibia, but the power of my woman. So I can go soon. I am Gamma over. I won't have to move. My nigger, I'm not sure him when young. I'm going to get a song as I walk an hour yet. And I see me come here the mouth. I should be from that. And that was sick. You could be for now. I didn't. And that's what you could do. Your bomb by one. Amen.
Now, take a picture with your name on. You can also do inside there.